They'll be calling you a radical. These sick, sick, sick fuckers. These sick motherfuckers. August 9th, nothing should ever be announced August 9th. They did it last year. Remember last year? They restarted up the first nuclear weapons, nuclear plant in Japan. Why they were starting up, they had problems, went down. The video I had made it to the front page of Reddit, had like 40,000 views in several hours. Google took it down, says, and no copyright, no nothing, no straight, it just says, no, nothing against you, but we took it down. Never even gave me a reason. August 9th, so here you go. The looters in New York. I'll be on the plane tomorrow. I land tomorrow night in New York City. We'll be meeting at Washington Square at 1:30 to reboot this. So Exelon, who's Exelon? Who put Obama in the White House, the great good soldier puppet. Marie Antoinette, let them eat yellow cake, nuclear puppet. He was asked in 2008 about Hanford. He says, I don't even know what Hanford is. This is how green as grass they played him. Then he became the good soldier. So Exelon has bought Fitzpatrick from Energy Tech, Indian Point on Balco. $110 million. They've looted Como, Pizzo, the crime mob. I thought the mob got cleared out of Brooklyn. I'll take that old mob over this mob any day. He's going around. The fund in New York, which I was a big piece of, was the renewable fund. The renewable fund on the top of the stuff we used to pass out, whatever, had no nuclear. The fund said was put up to get rid of Indian Point. That was the entire inception and the idea of the fund, was to get rid of Indian Point, Fitzpatrick, all the nuclear. So they pay $100. Now, this is a great deal, right? You think the bank bailout? Hello, in New York, wake up. This is the bank bailout on Balco 1,000 times. They pay $110 million for it. They're getting $7.6 billion from you. They're like heroin junkies. They see a bag in the middle of the freeway. They can't help themselves. They got to run in and grab it. Rats love cheese. Rats love cheese. They saw the cheese. They can't help themselves, these rats. These are rats have taken over the subway again. I mean, it's so outrageous. More breaking news on this day. The royal family, Yoko's bloodlines, your darling in New York, as I take a break from anti-neo-Yoko.ism, my art serious art form, don't underestimate me. The emperor of the royal family in Japan, as I said, Fukushima, the great equalizer, has cancer. You heard me right. Hirohito's son, the royal family, Yoko's uncle, has cancer. He's announced he's going to resign and give up the throne. Who's it going to pass to? Most likely Yoko. New York already did it. I mean, there's no grassroots. Patty Smythe, stay out. I'm the gatekeeper. Only me and Yoko, we blocked all artists in there. When Jackson from right here, from Warhol, the grassroots freaking United States boys, born and raised in Cody in Pittsburgh. Now we go to the royal family. He's announced it. This is so outrageous. It's so disgusting. You know, you're all geeked up about the bank bailout, rightfully so. You know, I mean, this should blow your mind. This is even worse. Here it go. You got fooled again. Oh my God. So you go sign up. You remember when you were all signing up? I was passing them out in Central Park after dark. They shot me right through the heart. Remember when we were signing them up? I mean, Sunday, Bloody Sunday. How long must I sing this song? You know, signing up the shirtwaist fire. You know, what's the shirtwaist fire? 1911, 25th of March, 2011, Hunter averaged something happened on the way to that place. They threw an American nuclearism flag in my face 2 weeks earlier. Remember you signed up and it says you'll pay a little extra to get all renewable, wind and solar. As long as it doesn't, you don't get nuclear or fossil fuels. Remember, that's what you signed up. That's what you signed up for. Everybody signed up. Billions. These guys just stole it from you. They just robbed you. I mean, this is the bank bailout behind Sam because this one kills you bowling for Indian Point. It's been leaking into the Hudson the whole time, poisoning your New York City water system. The 9th. They do this on the 9th. Nothing should ever happen on the 9th. August 9th, nothing. It should be a taboo, especially nuclear. It should be, I mean, they know this. I mean, it's so taboo, just like last year. The restart up of the weapons plant, which, by the way, a court overruled and made them re-shut down. You don't hear that in the United States, do you? You know, the American propaganda machine, you know, they put it on the front page of Reddit and pull it down. They announced this on August 9th. You know, I will quote simply, of all people, Herbert Hoover on August 9th. They get rid of Wallace, Truman. It's so disgusting. He says simply, this is so despicable, so disgusting. Everybody did, outrageous. To kill innocent men and women like this is so foul. For what? For what? That's not what war is. We broke the rules, just like we broke the chain with Fukushima, the nuclear triangle. Russia, I mean, here we go. This is so outrageous. I mean, I can't believe people in New York aren't going completely. More news of San Onofre. My good friend is our Utah, our skier. He's just been at San Onofre. You know, he just got back from there. So as you see me go on that rant, load up in the middle of the night, put it in a hole. I get word today, shh, guess what? Remember when I says, you know, you don't put it on the beach, bad idea? Shh. He shot video, incredible security around San Onofre right now. More than I've ever seen. I remember I was there. I've been there several times this year. Remember I was there on the 5th anniversary of Fukushima. There was no security like this. You know, as the, you know, no, I'm the one that was exposed their solar panels on their employee freak. They don't even believe in their own shit. There's, I mean, he named them off. There's military hardware helicopters all over San Onofre right now, everywhere. Why? Because PG&E, and I know this, my source, you can underestimate me. So PG&E is getting the cement fuel put out and putting them in the containers to move them. They call it on the tarmac. They are just stacking it in the parking lot. They're so far ahead of schedule, it's unbelievable. Why? Why? PG and Edison, because they know what I know. They know as soon as they want to get this done before this election, so like Kamala Harris is just political cover. You know, they've reopened it. The commission has voted to reopen this case. They know the people are going to go to prison. They know Kamala Harris, freaking Jerry Brown, this gig ain't going to go on forever. They know the looting of the $3 billion. They know that they contaminated the entire place in 2011 and 2012. They know it blew up, as I reported then, and no one believed me. They know that. They're trying to get this off in litigation. Now, don't hold me to this, but this is an unconfirmed. This is unconfirmed what I'm saying here, unconfirmed. But I understand it's being moved now to it. It's going to New Mexico, secretly. Shh. Now, I don't know that, but all that security that's going on, there's something going on there right now. I hope that's true. I hope it's out of there, which is, you know, going to WIP, which there is no hole there. That, you know, they got it on that tarmac. There are no good places for it, but on that earthquake zone's the worst, you know. So, yeah, I mean, pay $110 billion, get $7.6 billion from the, again, the taxpayer. You make a living off of, and don't you love all these marine biologists, all these people, that make a living off other people's taxes? You know, you make a living. You know, you're a marine biologist, you work for us. You say, oh no, I work for the universities. Oh, here's the other best news ever. The evil, the dragon lady, the Iranian freaking nuclear cartel dragon woman at UC Davis, Janet, the other dragon woman. Yeah, Janet Napolitano is the freaking chancellor there. The dragon lady has resigned. You remember her? Shh, shh, the nuclear cartel rat. She just resigned today. She's a devil. That is pure hell evil. Ask Lauren Monet. She can get into this so deep. Lauren calls me one day. I got to tell you this story. You'll love it. You know, we're talking about her. We're talking about bloodlines or whatever. And, you know, I'm talking to her about Teller. I'm talking about Hyber. I'm talking about anything. She just says to me, I mean, you got to love her. I call her 180, by the way. I call Lauren Monet 180 for obvious reasons. She's brilliant. Her mind's so far out there. I mean, we can't even get related to it. So she calls me one day and she says, and I asked her about Obama's mother's bloodlines and the ties back to Teller's in Budapest, and we were talking about it. You know, Kevin, when Frank Oppenheimer had this, and she says, when Fermi one time, he came into my place right here and then, and, you know, we were sitting around talking. You don't hate me now, you know, because I invented the H-bomb and whatever. She says, and I just simply asked her about Barack Obama's mother's bloodlines, you know, trace whatever. 2 hours. 2 hours. Now, you know, his mother went over there, and she went over there, and then and you know, and I'm like, oh my God. She said, well, Kevin, you're the only one I could talk to get down these rabbit holes, you know, because we were talking about Dr. Scheer and Teller in the hot room, and, you know, the whole Russell Trust and the whole gig, you know, and she's really pushed, you know, Lorraine has really pushed for her to be resigned. And the great Japanese professor at UC Davis, he's a genius. I love him. You know, as I walked from Mexico all the way to Pismo and documented the dead tide pools, at UC Davis that picked up on my work. The only university at all that's picked up on my work at all was UC Davis, and they have their blog, Egghead, and it's the same tide pools I was reporting. They've done before and after pictures. They're the only ones that have broke ranks, you know. You think about it. Remember she pepper sprayed? That's her. That's her. And she, like Lorenz said, and he says, they said it was malice. It was done with malice out front. By the way, the cop that sprayed him got more money than them. So we'll reboot Occupy. We're going to reboot because all bone matter matters. All bone matter matters. So I'm going to name it Hands Up, Don't Nuke. Hands up, don't nuke. Hands up, don't loot. Hands up, don't nuke. Hands up, don't loot. Hands up, don't nuke. Hands up, don't loot. See you at Washington Square on the 13th at 1:30. I'll be in New York tomorrow. Anybody wants a hookup, just call me. You know, I think I'm staying in Midtown. I'm not sure. Or I usually stay in Brooklyn. You know that. But, you know, we'll see. You know, I love you guys. And I love everybody that supported you. And, you know, we fight on. We fight on. Stand tuned.